Peace and love, y'all. Well, really, I know everybody really just woke up. I've been up since like 2:50 in the morning, and I told myself, let's watch the sun come up. And I really watched the sun come up because I've been up for some time. But I also have a message. I have a message. So I just want to say that stop perceiving time to be like this real thing, because it's really not. Like, it's not fucking real at all. But at the same time, no, you are the master of your own life, and you have the master keys to your own life and your own well-being and self-being as well. And I was looking at the time, but I was also recognizing how I felt, and I noticed that, quote unquote, I've been up for about 4 hours now. But in real reality, I feel like it's only been an hour. And I noticed that because I also wasn't watching the time. And when you watch the time, it kind of puts you back in this physical state of like, oh, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? Damn, that was a lot of time, when it really wasn't. And so, like, that shit is man-made, and it's starting to show, for real, for real. Everything about this world is just so physical and external. Like, everything is just what you can see physically from the human eye and what you can hear physically from the human ear. It doesn't go beyond that. And we were told about the fifth senses. There's more than just those senses that we have. And so for people who are lost, or for people who want to gain that journey of knowing who they are and remembering who they are, like, just remember, you already had this shit in the bag prior to you forgetting who you was, in a way. And just knowing that, it helps you to remember that all you have to do is really just unprogram yourself and unfold all of the projections that and emotions that other people put onto you as you were a child. And that's in the family, that's in the community, that's in the school system. All of that is a part of you not knowing who you are, or you not remembering who you are. And especially in that middle school to high school era, like, those are a lot of years where you're really just you're forgetting who you are. Middle school, you're transitioning, like, you're basically forgetting. And so for me personally, like, I just had to remember, like, everything that I'm trying to remember, everything that I'm trying to gain, I already have this shit. Like, I had it when I was a child, and that's a part of this journey, just kind of like meeting yourself halfway to your inner child and knowing that they're safe too, and knowing that it's more than just your inner child that you have to accept and be face to face with. Like, you gotta face them shadows as well. Like, this shit ain't love and light, but it is love and light, and it is beautiful. But you gotta know to really walk in the dark without depending on these physical aspects of life, which is time and fear, and just thinking about all the things that you don't need to be thinking about, because they create physical things like diseases and mental illnesses. Like, if you were stuck in the man-made world that was made for you, if you stayed in the box, if you didn't draw outside the line, then technically you're doing a good job. But the best thing you gotta do is remember who you are, focus on you, do the things that you love. Also, don't be delusional and be like, even though I'm living in this world, you know what I'm saying, it's things I can do. Yes, remember that. Yes, remember, you can do whatever you want to do, but also remember, it's consequences in this physical realm. When you tap back into it, you remember, bro, it's laws, this shit out here that can really get you fucked up. So you gotta know to stay in line, but to do whatever you want to do. Be conscious and be aware of the shit that you are doing too, because what you do, whether it's physical or not, it still has effects. Everything is a domino effect, down to the 3 to 4 to 5, 6 choices you might have every day. Like, each one is a parallel. Each one shows you which reality can happen. Because one thing about us humans is that we feel and that we absorb everything around us. So we see what's going to happen. Or at least for me personally, I see what could potentially happen if I make this decision. It's kind of like seeing myself in a third person perspective of seeing like all the shit that can happen in just in a 1 second decision. So yeah, so far all I'm saying is time is an illusion, and you gotta remember that. You can choose your reality. You are the master, the wizard of your own reality. And know you can do and say and create whatever it is that you want to do. Nothing is really stopping you but you. At the end of the day, when you come to the end of this journey, you're going to meet yourself. You're not going to meet anybody else. You're going to meet yourself at the crossroads and at that finish line. And it's going to hit you that it was always just you. Before anybody else, it was just you. You got to have that face-off moment. You got to be the one to look at yourself in the mirror and remember, like, this shit only come down to me. It don't matter what it is. It don't matter who it is. Like, in every aspect in life, shit just always come down to you. Like, don't let this time shit mistaking you into thinking that you're not where you need to be or you're not where you're supposed to be. Be in the present and remember and know that everything that you're going through and that you're seeing right now, whether it's for the benefit or the doubt, remember that it's a reason why you're going through these trials and these tribulations. Like, you can't just become this person that you want to be in just a span of one day. It takes time to transition over, to die, and then be rebirthed, to come back up into somebody else that you already had premeditated in your head. Because these are trials that we already really thought to have to become who we're going to meet at the end of the finish line. But sometimes we don't always meet ourselves. You got to start all over again. But I think it's a beautiful thing, and I know for a fact that's why I love life and I love who I am. I love that as a being, I recognize that I'm having a human experience, but I also don't cut off that experience of knowing who I was prior to coming here. It's like connecting with all your cells, like not even internally, but in the physical aspect too, in the physical realm as well. Honoring and acknowledging all the persons you are in every reality, even your shadows. So on that note, spread love. I'm learning that too, like, spread love. Because the more I learn, like, about myself and even about this world, it's like, why hate when we already fucked up about all the hate in the world? You might as well just love and mind your business. But don't hate and don't be spiteful. Don't resent people. You know what I'm saying? The best thing to do for real is really just forgive and then forget about that shit. That shit don't even matter. Why be so pressed about something that been happened in the present moment? Nothing is happening to you, but yet you're so stuck and fond on something that just happened. Like, it's life. You can either be like, fuck it, it is what it is, and know that it is life and no shit can happen to you too, and you can walk away, or you can just sit there and just be lost and stuck. And that shit can be years. People can be stuck from situations for years, like. But it's all based off an eternal decision of being like, hey, this is what I'm choosing to do. Because you can choose just not to give a fuck and just be like, it is what it is. But